to beat him.
How so?
I can beat Khamzat.
Khamzat is next.
But I was so ready for everything he had.
What happens when an unbeaten force clashes with the UFC's most unpredictable titan? On August 16, 2025 at UFC 319 in Chicago, two men will step into the Octagon with one goal: prove who truly deserves the middleweight crown. From the moment the bell rings, the world will be watching, and millions of fans will hold their breath as these combat artists unleash everything they've honed over years of sacrifice, discipline, and brutal training. Both fighters carry more than just physical prowess into that cage. They bring legacies, personal demons, and the weight of their nations on their shoulders. No spot in the UFC demands more attention than a middleweight title fight pitting a reigning champion against an unstoppable newcomer, and this matchup delivers exactly that. Whether you're a die-hard MMA enthusiast or a casual fan drawn to high-stakes drama, UFC 319 promises fireworks from the opening strike to the final horn. There's no room for hesitation. One split-second decision could change careers forever. Dricus Du Plessis didn't just arrive in the UFC, he stormed in. Born in Pretoria and sharpened in the competitive leagues of KSW, Du Plessis has redefined what it means to be a middleweight contender. His style blends explosive knockout power with technical grappling finesse, leaving opponents guessing at every turn. In preparation for UFC Gold, he endured unorthodox drills, taser jolts for each misstep, resistance runs against hurricane force winds, and midnight sprints through empty stadium corridors. These bizarre but effective methods weren't for show. They forged a warrior who thrives under pressure. Now a two-time champion, he refuses to rest on his laurels. "I'm not here to participate, I'm here to dominate." His record boasts highlight reel finishes and a gas tank that defies logic. When Du Plessis walks to the cage, every eye locks on his confident stride and laser-focused gaze. He doesn't just want the belt, he wants his name etched alongside the greats of the sport.
Khamzat's first.
Khamzat's first?
Khamzat's first. I want to be the greatest to ever do this. But Khamzat's next. Khamzat is next. I want to make sure that this belt, the middleweight title, that there's no question that I'm the GOAT.
Is Khamzat going to be able to take me down? Absolutely. Absolutely, he'll be able to take me down. This is how a fight works. I would hope so. Isn't he like some Swedish champion or something? I would hope he could take me down. But then he has to deal with me on the ground, and he has to keep me. Can I take Khamzat down? Absolutely. Am I going to take Khamzat down? Absolutely. And that then we're entering an area that he doesn't know. He got taken down by Gilbert Burns. He got taken down by Usman. We've seen him being as dominant as anybody can be in the first round. We've seen him being as exhausted as anybody can be in the third round. This is a 5 round. During your first round, I am going to meet you in the middle and we are going to wrestle. We can wrestle that first round, the whole first round. And then we come out in that second round and we'll see what we feel like. And we can wrestle you have around a minute left in that second round, and then we're going to fight my fight. Then we're going to wrestle on my terms, and then we're going to strike on my terms. That's what I think. I think everybody has been moving backwards, trying to evade that takedown. No.
Across from Du Plessis stands Khamzat Chimaev, the Chechen phenom who has bulldozed through every opponent in his path. Bursting onto the UFC scene in 2020 with a spectacular doubleheader week, Chimaev quickly became the talk of the MMA world. Yet his journey hasn't been without bumps. A visa snag sidelined him from US competition, prompting rumors of early retirement, rumors he quashed with a steely resolve. "This is my time." His return was a statement of intent, showcasing a blend of pinpoint wrestling, vicious ground and pound, and stamina that seems to transcend human limits. Never once tasted defeat under the UFC banner, Chimaev's aura of invincibility grows with each passing second inside the cage. Back home in Sweden, his training footage circulates like viral legend, sparring partners pinned in seconds, cardio drills that look more like torture tests, and a relentless work ethic that intimidates even the most seasoned coaches. When he clinches that octagon fence, you feel it, that sense that you're staring at a future Hall of Famer in peak form. Words cut as deep as fists in the build-up to this clash. Du Plessis launched the verbal offensive early. "Bring all your firepower in round 1. We'll wrestle on my terms, then strike on mine." It wasn't bravado, it was a blueprint. Chimaev's response was a cool, measured dare. Don't run too much. Wait and see. Every call-out, every warning is a pressure test designed to crack the opponent's confidence before the first punch even lands. Analysts dissect each syllable, fans debate whose barbs will hold the psychological edge, and pundits predict whether these mind games will tip the fight in one camp's favor. This isn't empty hype. Both fighters have histories of backing up words with action. Du Plessis has shut down critics with knockout power. Chimaev has steamrolled adversaries into submission. The real battle might play out as much inside their heads as inside the cage, setting the stage for a confrontation where mental resilience is as critical as physical skill.
The true measure of a fighter is forged in the crucible of camp. At Jackson Wink, Brendan Schaub witnessed Chimaev's training grind in full effect. No jokes, no rest days, just relentless drilling with elite grapplers who test his limits every session. Rampage Jackson described the atmosphere as scary serious, noting how Chimaev's focus could turn even seasoned veterans into nervous sparring partners. Meanwhile, in South Africa, Du Plessis' team strikes a balance between intensity and ingenuity. From parkour-style obstacle runs to live-fire striking drills, his camp builds not just muscle, but unbreakable confidence. Coaches swap out conventional methods for creative torture tests, like resistance leaps against powerful fans or grappling under blinding stadium lights, all designed to simulate the chaos of fight night. These divergent approaches reflect their game plans: Chimaev's all-consuming pressure versus Du Plessis' unpredictable offense. When August 16th arrives, everyone will see which blueprint holds up under the unforgiving glare of the UFC spotlight. When your peers speak, the world listens. Sean Beast Ali calls Du Plessis unpredictable, a monster when you least expect it, pointing to his ability to unleash devastating finishes from seemingly harmless positions. Israel Adesanya, the former middleweight champion, paid tribute to Du Plessis' grit, stating he respects every bone in his rival's body. Gilbert Burns labeled him a nightmare to prepare for, praising his blend of power and pace. On Chimaev's side, coaches marvel at his iron will. They watch in awe as he absorbs punishment and fights through exhaustion like a force of nature. Even UFC commentators tip their hats. Joe Rogan called Chimaev's wrestling the most dangerous in the division, while Daniel Cormier said Du Plessis has knockout artistry that can end fights in an instant. These endorsements don't just hype the fight, they shape the narrative, influencing how fans and bettors anticipate every exchange of sweat and blood. All that remains is the unknown. What happens if Chimaev lands an early takedown? Can Du Plessis escape and turn the tables with his striking? If the fight drags into the championship rounds, will Chimaev's relentless pace overwhelm the champion's cardio? Rumors swirl beyond the Octagon. Aiden Ross reportedly offering lucrative exhibition rematches, whispers of instant trilogy bouts based on style clashes, and speculation that the winner could headline pay-per-views through 2026. Analysts debate whether this will be a lightning-fast finish or an epic chess match of feints, submissions, and brutal ground exchanges. One thing is certain: neither man will give an inch. On fight night, only one will walk away with the belt and the bragging rights. So, who do you believe? Will the unbeaten MMA prodigy cement his legacy, or will the unconventional champion's shock tactics redefine an era? Drop your prediction below. The Octagon will deliver the answer.